Yeah, so no stress. Yeah, because we're not going live, right? Like it doesn't really like it's no stress. You could always edit the video. You could always clip it. You could always cut it. So it's like not too stressful.
True, true. Okay, so we are ready.
Great. Well, welcome to like this show. Look, welcome to like the Kyzon Space platform. Thank you for joining me. Kushal and Sam from Poko Video. It's exciting to finally get you guys on. I've heard a lot about you guys through the Chemu group and everything you guys have done. And it's really cool that you guys have actually released a video product that turns landing pages, GitHub repos, and any like I guess company assets into a live demo video or like a promotional video with just AI. And I think it's a really cool concept. So it's awesome that you guys have taken the time to join me and to talk about your product and to kind of showcase what you guys can do. Do you want to
Definitely,
quickly
definitely.
introduce yourselves for everyone watching?
Yes, so this side I'm Kushal. I'm the co-founder of Poko.video. It's pretty nice to connect with you, James. Thank you for inviting us. So I've been like a tech person. I'm the tech person right now. I am mostly a person who works late at night in the hardest shift, maybe with a beer with me, and that's it. And sometimes coffee as well. Uh, I've been vibe coding, burning a lot of Claude credits, Opus 4.8, and sometimes when the limit reaches, then GPT as well. Although it's not so good, but still have to just work with that as well. So yeah, that's about me. Uh, Over to you, Sambhav.
Sam?
Yeah, so hi everyone, like whoever this is watching after we clip it maybe. So I'm Sambhav, James call me Sam. So I'm the marketing guy and sales manager in Poko. So I like Kushal works in night and I handles the daytime. So we like work 24/7 all together. So I try to get people pay for our products, try to get marketed and all. So yeah, that's about me.
Yeah, look, I think it's really cool. So like I guess before we start, right, like I've got a really cool question. So like how did you guys meet? Like how'd you guys meet? How'd you guys form your team? Like cause like one in marketing, one in technical, right? Like it's kind of the perfect balance. So how'd you guys meet? Like what got you guys started?
Oh, yeah. So are you
So
asking like how do we both of us meet?
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So how did you guys meet each other and how did you guys
Oh,
end up forming a team and a company together?
yeah. So it's a very different story. So we launched an AI girlfriend platform last year. So we sell AI girlfriends to folks, and we teamed up from there. So initially we were a dating app in India, just like Tinder and Bumble, and then Sambhav joined us as an intern. So then we grew and we shifted our concept, and then we launched an AI girlfriend platform last year. Then when Sambhav joined us full time as a business manager, it was scaling good, and like we scaled it to 8K dollars MRR. Then we shifted to Poco. So yeah, that's a small story of how we met. He's also from Delhi. It's been like 3 years plus of us working together, and yeah, that's it. He's like four
Oh,
years
that's quite the
younger
journey.
than me, but still he's like a bro to me. We do meet often as well on in like co-working spaces. We travel a lot, by the way. So both of us like we usually go in mountains and then we work together. So it's like chill and work. So that's what we follow in general.
Wow. So you guys have known each other for like 3 years. How big is the team if you don't mind me asking? Do you guys have like a expanded team or is it just you guys on a startup at the moment just trying to hustle it out?
Yeah, so right now we are like four people in the team, and four like full-time person with us, including us, of course. And we will have our fifth person joining in a few days from July 2nd. That would be an AI engineer. So yeah,
Cool.
since we are an AI-based startup, uh, we are now the need of hiring him. So yeah, it would be five soon.
Yeah, look, that makes sense. It's like same for us. We're like a team of four based in like Sydney, Australia. So look, I understand. Hey, it's quite nice to meet a fellow young and like energetic and lean team. It's great. It's great.
So, like, how do you guys work? Are you also based? Do you guys work remotely, or do you have an office? Or how are the schedules of people? How do you meet? What are the work
Yeah,
schedules?
so I unfortunately got the graveyard shift just like you, Kushal. So I also work like US time zones. So this is like about the time where like I wake up and everything. But no, so we have an office in North Sydney, and what we do is our team kind of comes in and works through the office for the most part. So we have a kind of a hybrid approach where effectively we spend some days in the office and some days we're working remotely or at home, depending on like what we're doing and I guess our schedules. So for me, like I typically come into the office maybe 3 to 4 times a week, especially if I'm doing like a live shoot or like I'm talking to like fellow founders like yourself. I typically come into the office because we have like a better setup in the office. But otherwise, if I'm like working a graveyard shift at night, then I might like skip the office because, it's laying in bed and working sounds like the better approach when you're like really tired, right? So it's kind of a mix for us.
Got it. So, what happens when you are on leave from office? Does your team members also meet, or is it like an off day or a remote day for them?
No, no, no. So like I could be at home and like my team could be in the office. So like that's kind of the beauty of having like I guess a space for us is like whenever we need to kind of discuss things, we need
Mm.
to kind of get like hands down work between like 2 or 3 people. People just come into the office and just work on it. And I don't have to be there half the time if I'm not part of the project or I'm not part of the discussion. So we kind of work pretty flexibly in that regard, where we don't have like set schedules or anything, but if we need to, we're in the office. If we don't, you kind of manage your own schedules.
Got it. Got it. That sounds good.
What about you guys? So from what I understand or from what I hear, right, like you guys are working through co-working spaces in New
Yeah, so
Delhi?
we have like four people right now. So it's like two people are one person is from Kolkata,
Mm,
in near Bay of Bengal in India. He is
right.
working remotely with us, and three of us right now are in Delhi. So we usually meet in co-working spaces. The fourth one who would
Uh,
be joining, sorry, fifth one who would be joining will be from Bangalore in India. So he would be also joining remote. So it's like three of us
mm.
sometimes in co-working areas or just travel to mountains. Like it's like 10 days a month in mountains. So we travel a lot. I mean, especially me and Sambhav. So we travel a lot. So we are like, it's remote, so just travel and work. So
No, that makes sense. That makes great sense. Okay, so last quick question before we get into like discussing like what your product actually does.
mm,
Any tips on having a remote distributed team? So like how do you guys actually like coordinate between your teams to get the most out of like the productivity for your team despite working through co-working spaces and having I guess remote teams? What's that one insight that you guys have?
got it. So maybe we'll answer, like both of us will would like to answer this question. Maybe
Yeah,
Sambhav,
yeah,
you
yeah.
can answer how we work when we are in a co-working space or when we are together, and maybe I'll answer when how we deal with people who are like when we are remotely working. So coming to me, like when we remote like we when we work remotely, it's kind of chill. We don't have any, like, since we are also a startup, people in our team are also pretty cool, so we don't have any fixed hours or something. So it's like we have the work, just do it, we don't care. You want to take a leave, just do it. We don't have any Slack group or Discord group. We just have one Discord group which is for public or our users, but internally we just follow one WhatsApp group and we coordinate there. Just one WhatsApp group. We are available on calls. If anybody wants to have a call, simply just call us. If they don't call us and get
Mm.
stuck, then we'll take a class of them. But yeah, definitely we generally prefer a simple call whenever we are available, or not available, then simply call us. So we are very practical on that part. Usually we have our meetings at 10 p.m. as stand up, because it's like we have just one meeting at night at 10 p.m. IST, and that's it. And in the morning, everyone knows what to be done. So they are pretty much chill. So you have the whole day, just work. Let us know. There have been days when we had to do a lot of testing. There have been bugs, customer queries, everything. In that cases, people have stayed little late as well till night. So we have got a good team of people who also stay late, and we generally work Monday to Saturday, except me and Sambhav who work Sundays as well. But yeah, in general, it's work Monday to Saturday. And Sambhav, over to you if you wanna just tell how we work,
Yeah.
three
So
of
what it's
us.
like in a co-working space for us, it's like 80% work and 20% like chill. We record content, we like eat together, we help each other like if someone's stuck in something. We like mostly organize co-working days to like get together, talk to each other face to face and like chill. So it's like we all are working, helping each other, making content, so that's what we like schedule our co-working days for. We like work good from remote only, but we like whenever we want to like chill, talk to each other. So that's when we like schedule our co-working days.
No, that sounds good. Look, it sounds like you guys have a structure to how you guys work, and it sounds like it's a very efficient structure. So, like, we've kind of left the audience kind of like waiting for exactly what you guys do for quite a while now. So, do you guys want to give your one-liner as to what poker video actually is for everyone who's currently watching and who doesn't actually know?
You wanna answer, Sambhav?
Yeah, so we just like let the people to put in their URL and get a polished motion graphics demo for them in like 10 to 12 minutes. Like no extra work needed. Like just type in create a cool SaaS demo and like you'll see a video of your tool explained in 45 seconds, 60 seconds, whatever you want.
Right. So, just to kind of like, I guess, summarize that, just so as someone who hasn't actually like used your product all that much, but I will on this show. So it sounds like for the average user, they can kind of, I guess, paste in their website, their GitHub repo, or like their company, I guess, assets, and Poker Video would generate a walkthrough, a demo, or any type of marketing video
Yeah,
for the
or
Okay.
maybe
user,
how to videos
just
for
based on
them.
one.
So we are like Cursor or Lovable, if you have heard of these names. So we are like the
Yeah, of
Cursor
course.
and Lovable for video generation. Like we want to become the next Cursor for
Um,
video generation. That's the goal.
right.
Be it marketing
So
agencies
curse.
or SaaS founders, they don't. So, like me as a tech founder, let's say, I don't want to create videos. Like, it's not in my niche, right? I always want to just code
Mm,
and give support to people. So, it's hard for me to create a video. Like, Sambhav has told me a lot of times to create reels, but I'm like, I just cannot do it. It takes me time. So, that's why we brought it up that, yeah, it's simply for solo founders or let's say marketing agencies generate videos ASAP. That's it.
that's why you have Sam on the team, right? Like, you don't like creating videos, Sam's got you.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. He has got, some reels, his personal reels has gone over like millions of views as well. Sam is a
Oh,
great social media marketer.
oh my God. Oh my God, this guy's a celebrity. Dude, send me your autograph before you turn into like a Hollywood star. Like, oh, Bollywood star. I need your signature before you become famous.
maybe what about we go to a trip together, like in future?
Oh yeah, yeah. Like you're gonna be like my first signature. Like I need to get your autograph.
We'll definitely come to Australia and meet you, James.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely come across. I'll show you around Sydney.
True. What does your marketing team looks like? How do you market? Like,
Um,
do you rely mostly on social media or B2B outreach? How does it generally work?
Yeah, so we are still like, look, I think our marketing is still kind of maturing. So we are pretty late to the content game, but like now we're investing a lot of like resources into it. So we have like an in-house like creative team. So it's like like I do a lot of the content, and then I also
Okay.
have like a team, like two other people on it with me, doing like content. And to be fair, like our content is pretty bad. Like the Kyzon solutions, Kyzon content is pretty like boring. So like we're still trying to figure out what angles, like what's gonna like go viral, like what gets engagement. So we really haven't figured out content yet, but we're like in the process of doing it.
Mhm.
Most of our revenue comes from like direct sales at the moment. So like we do a lot of like cold outreach. We kind of reach out to our network and then we kind of just go, hey, this is what we do. And then we kind of build relationships people to people is kind of how we get most of our business at the moment. But it's not as scalable and it's not as like I guess of a flywheel of a system that you can kind of just replicate, which is why we're investing a lot of like resources into like social content at the moment. But unlike Sam here, we unfortunately haven't gotten the internet celebrity status with millions of views, but I'll let you know when we figure that out. Or if you have any tips,
Yeah,
Sam, please send them my way. I'd love to hear them.
sure, sure.
But
Okay. Yeah,
without
continue.
further ado, look, Kushal, I heard that you wanted to roast our landing pages on this
Yes.
segment, so let's get to it. Kushal, do you wanna go first actually?
Yeah, let me go first. So I would want to share the landing page screen so that I
Yeah, so
can
I
post it.
heard you had a lot of I heard you had a lot of feedback for the Kyzon Solutions landing page, so we're keen to hear it.
Yeah, so I thought about it, but yeah, I'll be just roasting it. Probably will give some three or four punchlines based on what I see on the screen.
Oh
So
yeah,
I'll
yeah,
just
please
be very
do.
random. So I'll just be like very random.
Mm,
I'll just see the page and I'll uh give that. So I've shared the Kyzon web page tab. Can you see the Kyzon web page tab?
I can see them. I can
Okay.
see the screenshot. Yes.
Got it.
Yeah,
So as you're seeing, I'm just sharing the tab. So here comes your hero section. So basically, Kyzon Solutions sounds less like a startup and more like a evil biotech corporation in a 90s sci-fi movie. That's what I feel because the name
Mm,
Kyzon, I don't know where did you got it from, and solution specifically at a startup. Yeah, but I thought it would be a biotech company, but it's not. So that's
mm.
one. Second is let's move further. Maybe I would need to scroll some of the bit. Uh, so I am just scrolling it right now, and so basically I timed it. It takes exactly like 4.5 scrolls if you just saw to figure out what
Uh,
Kaizen actually does, right? And I'm still only like 60% sure.
mm.
It's not even 100%. So I don't know what are you guys doing, honestly. So
It's fair.
that's one thing. And third one, honestly, till now what I've seen, but still I would want to do my job
Mm.
of going over the landing pages and all the images. So overall, the for the website part, what I feel is the UI looks like it was built during a 2015 hackathon, and then everyone just forgot to update it. I mean, it's so older. I mean, so that's the punchline. Oh,
You know what? That's fair enough.
uh,
That's fair feedback. No, I love it. I love it. That is completely fair feedback.
uh, why do I see my screen? No, was I sharing the entire screen? Oh my God, that's so sad.
Oh,
I didn't wanted the audience to know that I just wrote it down. Shit. Oh my God, that's so bad. We might need to cut this part, you know.
oh yeah, yeah. But no, don't worry. Like,
Oh
you
shit.
know, I leak secrets all the time. It's okay. Company secrets, no worries. Like, I leak them all the time. Like, that's what security is for, right?
True, true. So next time, whenever I share screen, I might have to just specifically click on that particular tab, or people might see some other
Mm.
tabs as well, which they shouldn't be seeing. So
No,
yeah.
no, no, don't worry. Share
Hmm.
everything, especially if you have a passwords tab to like Poko video, please make sure like that is a tab that you also explicitly share next time. I think the audience would love it.
Got it. Okay, so that was it from my side. If you wanna roast it based on
Yeah,
Poco.
by the
let's
way,
do it.
you also like don't have any demo video
Oh
on your
yeah, yeah.
website. It's
Look,
so boring. Like leave that to us. We'll generate one demo video for you.
yeah. No, I'm excited. I'm excited to see the demo video. I'm also gonna try it myself, like on the show today, just to see what Poco video can do. Okay, cool.
Also,
So.
Just one more thing. It's like I'm watching a black and white film in 90s. Like there are very less colors on your website. Everything is like just black and white.
Yeah, so like that's kind of like more about like our brand, where like we decided our brand colors is gonna be like black, white, and gray. So I think for us, it's like we try to keep like the whole experience a lot more minimalistic. Was kind of like the idea, but like I get it though. I get it. Well, like
No, I think like
maybe
apart
we need to
from
update more colors. Yeah.
I think apart from just like roasting it, I feel
Mm.
it's a good tactic as well. I mean,
Mm.
you get audience, right? People will think it's an old website, but it makes people trust that it's an older company and you are still enterprise because enterprise companies do not update the landing pages so soon enough. So it's like
Mm.
it can be a marketing technique for you. So I know a brand which is called Tough Tongue AI. The name is so shitty, like it's Tough Tongue AI. People are always like, what is this shitty name? But still they get eyes just because of their name. So I think that can be a good move as well, personally
Mm.
from
Yeah.
my side. Because nowadays
Yeah.
people
Look,
are
I.
just making killer pages. So you can just
Uh,
stay behind, I mean, in a different level, right? That
yeah.
you
Look,
are
we'll be
most
retro. Like we'll be the retro like
retro,
company that like has outdated
vintage
tech. Yeah.
company.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, look, we'll stay with the brand of like tech being outdated, right? No, no, like I'm kidding. But like, yeah, look, I think it's valuable feedback. I'll take it on board and I will go call our designer, which happens to be me, to like kind of fix the website. It's good to it's good feedback. And then yeah, look, I think you guys are definitely right though. We do definitely need a demo video. So I'm very keen to see like what Poko video comes up with in terms of our demo video. And we might actually embed it into our website. So thank you. So okay, look, let's go into our like our roasts for I guess Poko videos landing page. I think I had a quick look. I actually did quite enjoy the landing page if I have to be honest. I think you guys did a great job. So let me just quickly share my screen. Yeah, let me just share a Chrome tab and avoid Kushal's exposing my entire like laptop and search history. Look, I think first of all, I think dude, your landing page is really cool. In the sense that I could see that like you guys have like, these moving assets. And I think you guys show the product quite well. I think Okay, so I think just from a design perspective, the one part that I did trigger me, like the first time I looked at it, was the fact that like none of your assets line up to anything. So like if you look at like the header, right? So if you look at the header down to all the way to like the entire page, I I can't see it I can't see any like consistency in like the lining up of assets. So like each section feels random in terms of like how they're laid out and the information kind of thing. So like there's like no consistent structure like vertically down through the pieces of content and like the sections themselves.
True.
But I think when it comes to like the actual sections themselves, I can see that they're very colorful. And I can see that they're actually like showcase the product themselves really, really quite well. Um, I think I think the other point that I think I had two by the way, but I think the other thing I had was that as a user, as I'm scrolling through the landing page, I actually don't have a static header to kind of quickly go through the different sections. Maybe that's by design and by intention where you want the user to go through the entire page to kind of experience the entire thing. But I think just from like a usability perspective, I typically like as a user to have control over my cursor, my navigation while looking through a site. So like for example, if I want to go to pricing and I'm on the Canvas agent section, I can't exactly automatically go to pricing and I actually can't find how to do that other than like scrolling all the way to the top.
Yeah, that's a great insight.
Yeah, so I think that's kind of yeah, right. So I think it's like too navigational, like it's more like a navigational kind of critique, and then it's also a kind of a structural, like just from a design structural perspective, where each section kind of feels a bit random and it feels a bit like vibe coded. But I'm sure like you guys have a like a design decision or like a design intention behind your sections, which if you're like yeah, so I think in that respect, I can see what you guys are going for. So I think you guys are doing great.
Thank you so much. Yeah, this feedback is pretty like useful for us. I think it's a fault. It's not by design. So we might need to add the header on top because it should be scrollable. It's hard now to just visit sections. That's a valid point for sure.
Yeah, look, I like your pricing. Cool pricing, by the way. Anyways, sorry, I will stop fangirling over your site
Hey,
now.
by the way, I love
And
your
we will.
pricing. More than us, I love your pricing. It's like $450 a month, I guess. It's the best pricing which people would always want. I mean, just let us know how to price our product in a really nice way so that we can just target a lot of B2B industries. So that pricing is really amazing.
Look, like pricing is so hard. Like we haven't figured it out either. I would be the first to tell you, we like innovate and like change our pricing so regularly. Like we test like so many different price points, and we like I would say we've tried probably like 20 different pricing models by now. We have like another three pricing like changes or like pricing model like shifts in the pipeline, and we still haven't figured it out. So look, pricing is like anyone's game, right? But it's like interesting. Like it's a very interesting process, and I'll be very curious. Maybe like in another call or another session to kind of run through with you guys how you guys decide to price Poko videos, kind of like business model. But we can leave that for another show if the users are like interested in hearing about that.
Definitely, definitely. By the way, how many times have you ran an LTD?
So we've run an LTD twice. So the
Okay.
first time we ran an LTD was with AppSumo about mid last year. So I think around May last
Mhm.
year, like May 2025, we ran an LTD with AppSumo. And then now we're running an LTD again with Kenmu in the Kenmu group.
Got it.
What about you guys? Is this your first LTD or do you
Yeah.
guys have experience with other LTDs?
No, so like we launched this month only, by the way. So we launched on 2nd June and through
Congratulations.
Kenmu only. So it's
Yeah,
just been
thanks.
1 month of us in the business right now.
That's exciting. How is
So
it? Did you guys have a thrill? Okay, so I asked a lot of founders this question, right? And it's kind of the idea of how was it launching the product? Because like I get a lot of different I guess stories, right? So like some founders think that like some founders feel that once they launch the product, it's like a huge moment. Where it's like, oh my God, it's like celebrations, champagne and everything. And then some other founders go, oh, it was just another Wednesday. Like we just launched and then it was like, all right, that's done. And then like work just continued as normal. So what was it for you guys? Was it like champagnes, bottles, and everything, or was it just as like business as usual?
yeah, so like we pivoted 2 times, by the way. So we launched the first version of the product with a different name. It was in March. So we pivoted 2 times. This is our third pivot. Like the whole product itself is a pivot altogether. So the previous two products
Right.
were totally different, and we had to like change the code, remove the code, and then add the
Uh,
code back to our systems. And
mm,
once like what happened was, by the way, we are angel funded. We have a small
mm,
angel round, and
yep.
we just got an interest from an angel. We were just like pitching randomly in an event. We got
Mm,
the high net individual person. He's a pretty cool person.
mm.
He like owns 8 factories in India and
Wow.
some other ventures as well. So he was very interested, and he just gave us the check in 4 days in our account, and that's it. I mean, then we run a 30,000
Mm,
student community on our WhatsApp group as well, across 80 groups
wow.
ran by us. So yeah,
Mm,
we just sold to some people, some students there at very bulk discounts, got some feedback, made some initial bug fixes and all those stuff. Then we heard Kenmu from someone. He wanted to be our affiliate marketer. So we heard from him. Then we reached out, and then the conversations have been good. And till now, it's been crazy for us. Like this month has been really nice for us. So yeah. the launch has been successful for us in that sense.
That's good to hear. Look, like I can personally vouch for Ken and Swapnil. They've been like great to as partners to work with. So like we've had a good time as well. And yeah, look, I think they are like they're just standout people. Like they're just great people. They do seem to really care about like the success of like the founders that they bring in and they work with. So I think it's yeah, look, I've got great things to say about Ken. And I guess look, I guess just to share about like AppSumo, like the two experiences are vastly different. So AppSumo is kind of like an engine where like effectively you will have to do well, like your product has to perform really, really quite well in
Mhm.
the AppSumo like cycle for you to get like increased attention. So if you're like the top product on AppSumo, dude, your virality and your promotions go through the roof. If you are like one of those products that I guess don't perform as well on the first week or two,
Mhm.
then your campaign is probably gonna like flatline throughout the campaign. So I think that's just something to be aware of if you do decide to like in the future work with your AppSumo. We still recommend it. We still think that's a great experience, but it's just to kind of like meet expectations depending on how your product performs in the first week or two, is what we found.
How do you make your AppSumo campaign perform so that you are always on the top and AppSumo also bets on you? Is it just because of your product has to be good, or do you have to be also doing something to make it to the top so
Yeah,
that AppSumo does
yeah,
extra effort for you? How is it like?
yeah. So I think in hindsight, if we were to do another AppSumo campaign again, what we would do is prior to the campaign, we would, I guess, contact partners in the LTD community, right? And then you effectively pre-plan all of your promotions with these partners, right? So that the second your AppSumo campaign launches,
Hmm?
you have a steady stream of distribution and promotions outside of AppSumo are ready to go.
Okay, so is it like the promotions? Are you talking about like LTDs before AppSumo deal, or are you mentioning like people can just contact them and build a network so that whenever the AppSumo campaign goes live, they can support you? Is it like this one or
Yeah,
pre-Sumo
yeah, yeah.
campaign? Okay.
Yeah, like a pre-sumo campaign. So it's like, for example, if you want to contact like Ken or
Hmm.
like Swapnil and be like, hey, we're about to do an AppSumo campaign. Can we work with you guys during the campaign to promote the AppSumo campaign, for example? It's
Got
like
it.
finding these partners who are like well entrenched in the apps, like in the LTD community, and trying to work with them to secure time during your campaign so that you have a steady like stream of distribution and content during your campaign so that you have a higher chance of, I guess, having exposure and selling well in your first 2 weeks. Because like if you sell well on AppSumo in your first 2 weeks after launch, then AppSumo is going to put more resources into ads and stuff to help promote you. I think the
Got it.
second thing we would also do, if we do another AppSumo campaign, is to set out a budget for Facebook ads.
Oh, so
So
you would also be
AppSumo, yeah,
promoting. So you would be promoting yourselves as well with this AppSumo coupon codes and something. Got it.
yeah.
So the
So
first 2 weeks are
AppSumo
really
themselves,
important.
yeah. So AppSumo themselves, they run Google ads, they run Facebook ads for you,
Hmm.
but they obviously have an internal budget on what they're going to run, right? And they have like internal metric of what the return on investment on ad spend has to be for them to invest more or to up their budget. So effectively, like you kind of need to help them. Like obviously they don't tell you that you have to help them, but if you don't actually help them, you're kind of gambling on whether or not your campaign succeeds. And if you're
Got
not
it.
one of the top products of that cycle,
Hmm.
then your budget for promotion with Facebook ads, Google ads that AppSumo runs goes down.
Okay,
Or
I
like
see.
maybe it doesn't go up, right? Compared to the other products. So you just get less promotion.
What is the lowest the gross sales on AppSumo can be? The total
Lowest
gross
gross
sales.
sales.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so I don't know. But okay, I would imagine. Okay, so I don't know how AppSumo works now, right?
Mm.
because they've changed their programs where effectively you used to have two tiers of programs. You have a select program, and then you have the normal community program. I don't actually know how AppSumo works now, but to kind
Yeah,
of
so
like guess,
currently they have like two programs. They don't
yep,
invite anyone else, so nobody can just
right.
register and launch their product. It's like everything is now
Um,
sorted through them. So they only select and
oh,
nitpick.
okay,
And they have two programs now,
okay,
select and the other one.
okay. So we went through the select program. I won't share our like specific gross numbers because like AppSumo has an agreement, but from what I know from like other founders, the minimum gross sales you get from an AppSumo campaign is probably within the thousands. You'll at least sell a couple $1,000s worth of product.
Got it. So
Yep.
those couple of thousands are the least performing for AppSumo, I guess, right?
Yes, I would
And if
presume so.
you
Yes, yes, yes.
and if you go
From
like
what I've heard.
tens of fifties of thousands or tens of thousands of dollars or hundreds of thousands, then it's the top performing product maybe.
Yes, yes, yes,
Perfect.
yes.
Okay.
So like from what I know, there's products that have hit 1 million, like seven figures in revenue, during the lifetime of their campaign. But like that could be split over like 2 to 3 campaigns. So some products have like grossed like seven figures over the cycle of 2 to 3 campaigns.
Got it,
Yep.
got it.
So that's probably the highest performing ones. I
That's
think,
so fun.
yeah, look, I don't have the data for the median or average, but the lowest I think I've heard is like a couple thousand.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
this is super useful for all the people watching this as well. If somebody wants to launch AppSumo campaign, so you have to take these in consideration. Like James has a lot of experience. He has sold his product on AppSumo already. That too with a select program, right? Which is very hard to get on
Mm.
AppSumo. So amazing, James.
Thank you, thank you. Look, it was quite the experience. Look, we enjoyed the experience. It was quite tiring, but it was a good experience nonetheless. But it's a very different experience from working with Ken or Swapnil, for example. Like they are more like it's like one is more of like a corporate, so you have to understand the metrics as to what makes them tick, like what is going to help them keep promoting you, which is return on investment, right? So for them, they're running ads. Like their entire business model is running really, really good Facebook and Google ads because they have a library of ads, right? So it's like understanding for them to continue promoting you, your return on investment for them has
So,
to be like a certain metric. Whereas Ken is more like Ken and Swapnil, they have the similar business model, but they are a lot more founder friendly, right? So I think like that's the two differences, right? It's like Ken and Swapnil will probably still continue working with you, even if your product doesn't perform as well, and that's just the people that they are, right? So I think
yeah,
that's like
I think
the
Kenmu's
advantages of
community
it.
is a very trusted community as well. Like people trust each other intentions, people trust each other's reviews. So it's more like a very active community where people,
Yeah,
everything works on trust.
yeah.
So it's like you get a lot of support from Ken and Swapnil as well, like a lot of support.
Yeah. Yeah. And like they seem to only like look, Ken and Swapnil seems to like vet their products okay. Like look, AppSumo does do vetting as well, but like I'd say like the level of vetting for the two like partners are pretty like similar, I'd say. They both do like a baseline of vetting, but just like I guess it's like in all transparency, right? I think it's like there's only a certain level of vetting that like both partners can do because they just see a lot of deals, right? And I guess as I guess someone who kind of like runs a community, I think they both do a great job. And yeah, right. So I think that's I guess.
True, that's nice. So yeah, we had this good discussion on people to launch their products on various LTD platforms.
Mm. Yeah. No, I think that's good. Look, I think let's well okay, look, I think that's kind of like the great thing, right? We talked about like you guys launching on like Kemu this month. Do you guys want to like finally give the audience the showcase of your product? Okay, how do you want to do it? Do you want me to like kind of use your product first, or do you guys want to do your showcase first?
Yeah, let's do this only. You as a consumer, maybe you simply try to showcase the product in 10 to 15 minutes. What do you feel as a consumer? So that would be great for the audience as well, if they can just see the platform themselves, right?
Yeah, done. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll share my screen. Question. Quick question. So does the web app work? So I've actually downloaded the Mac OS app. But I'm currently running this on the web. Does the web app work as well?
Okay, so there's no web app, there's only Mac app. Web app is
Okay.
only for tracking
Okay.
usages and billing. That's it.
Okay, right. Cool. Yep. So let me just quickly purchase the plan real quick.
Oh, so
Yep.
James
So
is
but
just purchasing and being our first monthly supporter outside of
yeah.
reviews.
Like I've got a Yeah, look, I've got to test the product for real, right? So this is good. If anyone wants to send us any love mail, hate mail, this is our office address. So feel free to send all feedback here as well. Feel free to swing by if you guys are close by. Our office is in North Sydney, so feel free to swing by. Oh, okay. Let me just quickly check out. So while I'm doing this, how's your day, guys? Any fun plans planned for the week? Or oh, actually, no. What's a better question, right? So any fun or exciting feature releases on the horizon for you guys?
We recently like integrated Striko. People are like very much worried about using their millions Striko coins. So you can say that people can use some amount, but not millions. They have for like 11 labs and voices to generate voiceover in Poko. And we
Oh,
also are thinking to like integrate Olama so that cost can be like reduced. So it can. Do you know about Olama?
yeah. So that's the I guess it's a model aggregator, right?
Yeah. So like cost will be literally like of what cloud charges, and the output will be
Mm,
about similar. So like that can be exciting
right.
feature for users.
Oh, cool.
Hi guys, so here's the subscription bought by Mr. James.
Yeah. Look, I'm excited to try this as a user. Yeah, look, maybe we'll default to Poco video for our future demo videos. Okay, let me just quickly open this.
Have you like opened the app? It's currently your tab
Yep.
shared, I guess.
Yep. So I'm doing that real quickly. Huh. What's great about this recording is you can just cut out like the part where like, I'm setting this up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just cut the air, which is all good. Um, right.
Are we stuck
Huh.
somewhere?
It says Apple could not verify Poco Motion is free of malware that may harm your Mac or compromise your privacy. What should I do?
Uh,
Let me
I
let me
think
share
there's
my
some.
screen. let me just share my screen real quick. This one. Yep, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yep, cool. So I've installed this, right? So I
Yes.
double click on this and it says this.
Oh, this is so weird.
Yeah, like it's okay. Like I'm sure it's easy to fix. I just don't know what to do. Because I
This we
click
are
done and it's
like this is the first time we are even seeing it. Have
okay.
you downloaded? You are on Mac ARM processor, like the silicon chip one.
Yeah, the ARM processor, yeah.
Okay, this is so weird.
Mm,
And what happens when you drag it?
drag it. It installs. I've kind of already installed it, but I can
Already
just
exists in the
replace.
location. Yeah, can you click
Yeah,
on it? Oh, you're already on applications. Okay.
yeah, I'm already on applications, but I'll just replace it again. That's fine. Yeah, do you, is it a build issue or is it a version issue?
No,
Like what,
I think
yeah,
like there is this is something which we have to check because like there are like more than 60 70 people already using Mac only.
mm, yeah, it shouldn't be an issue. Um,
I can maybe do one thing as well. I can download it as well.
mm,
Check.
yeah, hmm.
Does it they say the same thing now also?
Yeah,
Just a
unfortunately.
second. Apple could not verify free of malware or compromise. Just a second.
Mm. It's okay. We could always cut this bit out. So this is why we don't
Uh,
do live webinars, right?
we can do something by the way.
Okay,
Can you
cool.
go to
Yeah, you
can
tell
you
me.
go to can you go to system settings?
Yep.
Probably
And
there is some locking on your machine.
yeah, so what should I do?
So you might need to go to Apple menu and system settings. Then you need to go to privacy and security. Okay,
Yeah.
you are already there. Then scroll down to the security section and we'll be seeing a notice somewhere. Is there any security section? Yeah, Poco open anyway. Poco motion control.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Hmm.
All right. Cool. Great. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Okay, woohoo. Congratulations for
Yeah. Thank you. This is exciting. I get to experience poker for the first time. Great. Okay. Okay, great. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop sharing and I'm gonna drag this one down. Okay, awesome. All right. All right. So let me share my screen again. Okay, let me share the window. Great. Okay, this is exciting. Okay, cool. Okay, awesome. All right. So Do you want to run me through what I should do, or do you want me to? Okay, maybe it's better if you run me through what you want me to do, and then I will.
Okay, so
What's the
let's do
happy
one thing.
path?
Maybe you
Yep.
just you click on the URL to video tab
Okay.
and you type in your website,
Okay.
kyzonsolutions.com,
Yep.
and just click on create a video in the
Okay.
bottom. Yes.
So create from website URL capture. Oh, cool. Okay.
And it will take around 5 to 10 seconds to just set up the project. Yeah, and it's done. Let's
Okay.
do a product walkthrough
Product walkthrough. Okay.
and just type, can you type in the chat box something for me?
Yep.
Build a killer SaaS demo for my website.
Build a. Okay.
A killer SaaS demo for my website. Include the images from the website as well.
Images from the website. Cool.
That's it. Just press enter.
That's it. Okay. That simple prompt will just give us magic. Okay. Cool. Great. Okay. I see you're using Opus 4.8.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
now
that's
it
the best
uh, it will
model.
just run in the background. You have a lot of models. Opus works the best.
Mm,
And
mm.
you can simply hey, I think we forgot to do something. Can we stop this session? I would also want you to show some
Okay. Yeah.
features
Sure.
it would have improved. Can you click on the little red icon below, which is the stop icon in the chat only,
Yeah.
in the chat?
Oh, in the chat. Oh, like here.
Yeah, can you do it?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and can you from the top left corner switch on background music and sound effects?
Okay. Yep. Yep.
Yes, beat sheet is not required. Yeah, but without noise, background music and sound effects,
Yep.
the output won't be good. So now you can just type continue.
Okay. Okay. And then just type continue. Okay. Cool.
Cool. So it will just okay,
Try
something
again.
happened.
Okay.
Can we do something? Can we go back to the
Yep.
dashboard?
Yep.
Let's
And
maybe
then we'll
start
just start again.
from
Yeah.
beginning. Can you click to URL on video again?
Yep. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Okay. So what I'll do is I will copy my URL
Mhm.
and then create a video. Got it. So cool. And then okay. So cool. Okay. And then I'll create a video. And then we'll do the product walkthrough. So then, so yeah, so what is the best prompt? So Kushal, like I'm sure you know this better than I would. So what is the best prompt to use to get the most out of these generations?
The best prompt which I used.
Yeah.
My best
Yeah.
prompt is build a killer SaaS demo and use the website images.
Okay, it's just as simple as build
Yeah,
a killer SaaS. Okay.
this simple prompt is the best one. The one which I told you
Right.
previously. So that's the best one.
Okay, build a killer SaaS demo for my website. Uh, use the images available available on the website.
Yes.
Yeah. And then we go Opus 4.8, and then we make sure that the generate voiceover, add background music, and add
Yes,
sound effects
everything
is
is
on.
on. You are good to
Cool.
go. You can simply click on the send button and
Let's
yeah,
do it.
it's
So how long do these generations typically take? And how much does it cost the average user?
yeah, so
Just
it
out of
will
curiosity. I know I have a balance of like
so it will
$9.60
take
here.
around $5 to create a video and it will take around 12 minutes to 15
Okay.
minutes to develop a video. But yeah, you don't need to just switch it on. You can just go to dashboard and see your agent working there. So, and you can also minimize this whole product as well. So it will just run in the background.
Right, so this will run in the background. So can I close the Poko video
No, you
application
cannot
or
close
like no?
the application altogether, but you can simply
Right.
minimize it and work on something else. Also, it doesn't occupy much RAM as well, so it
Okay.
just works. So can you go to the dashboard
Hmm.
once?
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, of course. So
And
let's
can
go
you
to the
click
dashboard.
on the agent canvas tab on top? right?
Okay. Oh, right here. Okay. Yep.
So in this agent canvas
Okay.
tab, you can see the agent is working in a real-time preview.
So it's kind of like nodes. Okay,
So
right,
yeah,
cool.
if people are on agency plan, they can spin up to 5 parallel projects. So agent is like working continuously
Oh,
five
I see.
times.
Oh, that's
Okay,
really
so yeah,
cool.
this is mostly about it's so super easy to create a video. I hope the video would be pretty nice. And
Mm,
your creative team, especially the head of
mm,
creative team, which is you, James, you would like the video. At the end of this call, feel free to just DM me
yeah,
with a feedback, an honest feedback, of course. How would you
yeah.
like it to be improved or how it was? That would be pretty great. So yeah, that's mostly about Poco. It's very
Mm,
simple. But yeah, like I had a very curious question
mm,
with you, James. In the like in this space where everyone is building
mm,
everything on AI, why haven't you focused like 100% on AI? Like you are in a space which is very enterprise sort
mm,
of domain. It's like very collaborative. Like when I asked
mm,
you initially when we had a discussion, I was
mm,
like, hey, let's have this meeting on Google Meet, and you were like, no, hey, I have my own tool.
mm,
Let's do it there, and it's super cool to use this platform.
mm,
Like we are on Kyzon right now, and we are having this meeting. You
mm,
can share your screen. You can see these backgrounds are also there. I was like genuinely, it made me very happy that these backgrounds are also there in Kyzon, and I can see there are some options like I can take a snapshot. It's very easy. Raise a hand, share my screen, and there are some spaces as well. I can also create own spaces. I can write notes, and I can also show the documents to people. There's a canvas. So these things,
mm,
I mean, it's the tool which everyone wants, especially in a remote environment where people can just be in a call. They can discuss things easily because with Google Meet, it's like it's easy for a call, but yeah, still you have to go here and there and jump across tabs, find documents and everything, right? But Kaizen makes it so
mm,
easy, super cool to use. So yeah, coming back to the question, how in this AI product era you are focusing and scaling a business which is super useful to people. I also saw something called Kyzon AI. So if you want to tell something about it, and what do you think of this particular space as yourself?
mm,
Why haven't you personally pivoted it to something else
mm.
or thought about
Yeah,
any
look,
other
I
AI
think that.
product?
Yeah, look, I think that's a very interesting question in the sense that I think. Okay, well, like I think there's two main parts to that like question in terms of how we think about AI. Is we do a lot of like R&D and we invest a lot of time into like I guess iterating on our AI in the background. So we have Kaizen AI, which is something that we've been working on for like the last couple months. And we have like a small beta with like a group of select users who are currently like using it. And for us, we only release products and features that have a proven use case and have proven value to our kind of like our audience, right? So because we aren't satisfied with the outputs of Kaizen AI just yet, we're still refining the kind of like the overall quality and what Kaizen AI can do for businesses. And until that's ready, we typically like to hold a small like closed beta where we just iterate with a small group of business owners. Um, that being said, though, Kaizen AI is coming like in the horizon, so we're almost there, and it is an exciting launch that we are planning at like in the later half of this year. The way we kind of think about AI is a bit different, though, in the sense that I guess the reason why we haven't pivoted to becoming like or pivoted from I guess a software as a service workspace type product is we kind of think of AI as an enhancer to the way we currently do things, as opposed to a complete replacement. Like, not in the traditional sense where we don't see AI replacing jobs. We don't see, like, not in the sense that we don't see AI replacing jobs or replacing different functions. We actually do see that as something that will play out in the future. But for us, AI is still in its very early days. right? Like if you're on the tech ecosphere, you can kind of see like a lot of dialogue around what is the new cool tech, what is AI, what can AI do today? And when you literally release or like liberate AI with no security safeguards, no, I guess, any regard for like the consequences of what AI can do or can kind of create and also kind of in a way harm, then AI can do magical things. But because of the security implications for most enterprises, what you see is AI adoption in typical business cases is actually a lot less, a lot more restrained and a lot more behind compared to what is buzzing in the tech vernacular in like social media or
True.
on X. And I think that's why for us, it's like we actually don't know how or what emerging technologies are actually going to become mainstream. So for us, in AI as a play for us, we're actually more focusing on the more infrastructure side of things. So in the background, we're building like Kyzon router and Kyzon gateway. So effectively, there are products where effectively we help businesses route their AI usage to the most effective and efficient models. So that's something that we're currently building. And then for the
Okay.
enterprise side, we also provide compliance. So mapped to local regulations.
Mm.
So that's kind of the way we're thinking about AI is how do we actually secure and help businesses comply with AI usage over time. And once there is a clear trend of what AI like products or what AI kind of concepts are going to be mainstream, then we will invest more time and resources into that type of AI.
Got it.
So because there's too much uncertainty, we're focusing on infrastructure and compliance and security as opposed to going for the application layer. And once it is clear what is going to shape out in the AI field, then we're going to reinvest more money and R&D into the application layer.
Definitely,
So what about you
definitely.
guys? So that's
Uh,
a very interesting question, right? So like I know that you guys are directly in the application layer for AI. You
yeah,
guys are thinking about how do we actually make business owners' lives easier because you guys are going, okay, so we have AI, we know exactly what business owners need from a marketing perspective, and you're now trying to basically bring the old school websites, PDFs, and static, I guess, assets for businesses into a more modern social media and, I guess, distribution focused mindset by producing, like, I guess, videos and stuff like that. So, how do you guys think about AI?
Yeah, so we also think AI, as you said, like an enhancer only. It cannot replace human beings for sure. Definitely, human beings to not get replaced have to upskill themselves. If they do not upskill themselves, then they would be replaceable for sure. But yeah, people have to just stay connected and know what's going on in the market. And I think it's the era of indie hackers, indie founders. It's pretty easy to develop products very easily. So yeah,
Mm,
AI with over the time, I also feel it's not quite yet there. It's in the
mm,
era where it's just improving right now. It's helping people. There are you like I have meetings with my customers a lot, like more than 6 hours a day is only for meetings, where I
mm,
just do meetings with people support and sales, and people in usual still has they haven't like adopted to AI, and most of the people are like making 6 figure, 7 figure income in US as well. So people
mm,
still do not know about. So I think still a lot of market is still to be used. So it's not there yet.
mm,
It's just has just begun. I mean, still
mm.
it has a lot to be done and lot to be done. So that's what we feel. But it's super cool to see like where everyone else, including us, we are just into building application layers over AI. James, you are like you built and not focusing too much and like building in the core infra part. So that's where the business like uh, comes from. So you are like building the backbone of the actual stuff. So that's super amazing to see in that reference.
Yeah, look, look, I think for us is like we like to reduce risk as a business in the sense that like look, I think for us, it's very easy for us as people who love tech and who are excited about new technologies to like just look at the new idea or like look at what's buzzing on social media and be like,
Mm.
we got to do that, right? Like it's always exciting, especially when we see like, what was the trend like maybe like 2 months back, right? It's like open claw, like agentic use
Open flow.
cases, right? It's like
Yeah.
really cool, right? So really cool. And like when it first came out, I was like, oh my god, like this is gonna change the world. And then but like on a business, like when you're running a business, right? It's like for us, it's like, okay, well, this is really cool, but at what level of adoption are we actually going to see these agentic use cases be disseminated into businesses in the next 6 to 12 months? Or is this going to be a trend where like security and compliance is going to cap like the functionality of agents? Like we don't know, and I think the general business community doesn't know at the moment, which is why for us it's like, okay, let's build what we like. Let's build infrastructure for us, right? That we can see being serviced as a, I guess, a like kind of more of a wide market play. And then once the technology is mature and we can see what is going to shake out in the landscape, then we invest, right? So that's kind of our business mindset.
So by the way, like this area is pretty interesting. So just to tell you, I
Mm,
like leaded a team. So we made
mm,
like $1 million around 4 years ago. So we launched a
mm.
product called Kyron. So you are Kyzon. The our product was called Kyron. It's R
Oh
instead
my
of Z.
god.
Yeah. So the
Oh my
name was
god.
Kyron. Yes. So it was just an R instead of Z. So the product was called Chiron.
Yeah.
And it was basically a hacker rank or hacker earth alternative where people used to give exams. I mean, it was a well proctored exam. So Adobe was
Mm,
like Adobe India was our primarily major customer, and all the Indian hirings of Adobe used to go from our platform. Like we were the sole
right.
hiring platform for Adobe. So it was at
Mm,
very scale, and I was the
mm,
backend lead for that product, and I
mm.
coded a solution where we used to like it was totally web RTC. I mean, Kyzon is also a web RTC solution. So we had like own
Yeah.
servers, had to manage a lot of things. Initially, there were a lot of bugs. People were like, "Hey, I'm disconnected," and there were like a
Yeah.
lot of people. I mean, the scale
Yeah.
was not every time, of course, because Kyzon has every time of the day, people are there. But in there, it was like some days where the exams would have happened maybe twice or thrice a week. It would be like tens of thousands of people all at once through
Right.
WebRTC.
Mm,
So we were
mm.
like, so yeah, so it's so, Chiron, Kyzon, they both operate in. So now I have exited that
Yeah.
company, but yeah, still,
Mm.
uh, the name is similar and the infra sort of is also similar.
Yeah, look, it's
This just
it's like
came.
almost serendipity. Yeah, it's like such a coincidence.
Yeah, it's just a coincidence, true. Okay,
Yeah.
that's pretty nice. So, like, what do you have as an advice, in maybe in short, for the founders who are, if you, because everywhere people are just like vibe coding stuff and people are building all the wrappers around AI. What advice would you give to young founders, or let's say founders who want to start their journey in building a successful startup or business? Not even successful, let's say, but they just want to start and a business. So, what advice would you give?
Oh man, okay, so look, I think this is a very hard question. Um, because look, I think, okay, look, just speaking from a personal perspective, right? I think the personal situation of everyone is really different. So I think it is, in some respects, counterproductive, in my opinion, to recommend, I guess, every young aspiring entrepreneur to start a business, because I think there is at times where actually learning from, I guess, an established system actually does help build someone's career far better than just going, hey, I'm gonna quit college, I'm gonna quit university and just start a company. Because look, fundamentally, right, like starting a business is very difficult. Like
Very
it's
difficult.
easy to start, but building a business from a foundational perspective and actually getting it to a point where it can sustain itself,
True.
sustain the founder's lifestyle, sustain your employees is very difficult. right? And I think a lot of the times people go into it thinking, oh, this is going to be like the best experience ever. And then you just see like on social media, people go, oh, like within 6 months, I've like made my like entire life's worth of like money I ever need, right? And I think in some respects, that is in a way harmful to like the average 16, 18, 19-year-old who just came out of high school, right? Because there is a lot of lessons. So I actually have a background in law and psychology. So coming out of
Okay.
like, I guess, like law school, I actually wanted to build a company, right? But it was actually from working 5.5 years at my job at a paralegal at a law firm that actually gave me insights into the legal industry, how they work, and finding, okay, what is the loopholes, what is like the gaps in that market that causes friction with remote like meetings. So that's kind of how I got my idea. And then it's also like how kind of like the connections you build by working with other people, working on other projects. That's kind of how you build kind of our team. That's how we built our team, right? And I think fundamentally, it's like if you start too young, you might also miss out on things you could learn
Could learn
that
exactly.
will help you actually build a business. But that's kind of just my perspective. But if someone is like, hey, this is going to be my life's mission and I want to build something, then I say go for it, right? Like, but just kind of know what you're signing up for before going, hey,
Definitely.
I'm going to try this. Yeah. What about you guys?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's a very good question. And I think, look, you're definitely someone that has probably gone through the business cycle more than me, actually. I'm sure from like our conversation, it sounds like you've actually built a lot more businesses. You've actually worked in corporate 9 to 5 in a few other previous roles. So what would your advice be for like young founders who actually do want to like build a business or build a startup? And I
So
think
actually,
Sam can
Sambhav is
also
a very
chime in
young
here too.
founder. Like
Yeah.
Sambhav is a very young founder. So Sambhav hasn't done 9 to 5 job. He graduated out of college just last year. I think Sambhav is 21 or 22, I guess. And
Oh
so
my
Yeah,
he's
God.
a very young founder.
I I just turned 21 like this 18th only. So
Dude, that's
it's
Oh,
like
exciting.
what you
Did you throw a huge 21 birthday party?
no. I was just like selling the Poko motion agency plans. So I like what you said in the and like I believe in like practical approach mostly. So I started like working on tools, working with Kushals in from the college first year only. So I gained all the knowledge from practically doing the stuff and like building tool on myself, talking to people. So that gave me a lot of experience to like how to deal with the problems, what solutions can be out there. So that's what like worked for me, and that's what I think people should like more focused on if they're already in college side. Like do something like practically talk to people, build something even if you're not getting anything out of it. So that's what like I would suggest.
Mhm. Yeah, look, sounds like
So
reasonable
yeah.
advice. Yeah.
okay. So by the way, the video is done. We can
Oh yeah, I did
watch
notice
it
that.
again.
Yeah, look, let's pause the questions and let's see what the output looks like.
Hope it's good.
No, I'm sure it'll be good. All right, so do I just play this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I can see that video costed about $5.
Yes.
So I guess for any user on a typical monthly plan, so they could expect about 2 videos worth of generations over that month.
Yeah, so we are just giving $10 of credits, but yeah, they can add top up their own credits as well, and they can use their own Olam or any other BYOK keys. Since you are on starter plan,
Right,
you
right.
cannot use it, but people on $49 plan, they can add their own keys. So starter plan
Oh,
is
okay, cool.
where we so yeah, by the way, we also have an internal gateway, not so much like open router, but yeah, people can simply
Mm.
top up and use the product. It's very simple, and we don't charge any markup as well, like open router who charges
Ah,
5.5%. So
mm.
okay, so before
Yeah,
playing,
no, that makes sense.
are you sure like you have shared your system audio as well?
Yeah, let me quickly check that. Um, that's a good point actually. So it's a window, Poko version. Oh, okay. Yep. So it's sharing system audio now. Perfect. Yep, cool. Let's
Okay,
do it.
so let's.
This is Kyzon Solutions, the unified workspace for growing teams. Right now, your team is switching between 47 tabs, video in one tool, documents in another, files scattered everywhere, five separate apps, each solving one problem, together creating chaos. And your AI can't help because it only sees one piece of the puzzle. It's time for one connected workspace, where your data finally flows. Five products that share one brain: Space, Echo, Flow, Canvas, and AI. KY's on Space brings video meetings and live document collaboration together. KY's on Echo keeps team communication connected to your actual work. Flow centralizes every file, and Canvas captures every idea. And KY's on AI has unrestricted access to everything you've built. Find last week's feedback. Draft a board update. Done. It doesn't just answer questions. It completes real workflows. One system, unlimited team members, $449 a month. Not per seat. Your whole team, one predictable price. Already trusted by over 590 companies. Try KY's on free for 14 days and watch your tools finally connect.
That's pretty cool. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, look, for an average user that literally had no understanding of what Poko Video did, right? And being able to kind of just put in their website and actually have this level of like demo work through is actually pretty cool. It's actually genuinely pretty cool.
Okay. By the way, I was able to hear some echo. Did you also hear echo, or it was just me who was hearing?
I guess it
At
was
your end, it
like
was all fine,
because
right?
of screen sharing thing.
Okay. I think because of screen sharing. So you were able to listen pretty nicely, right, James?
Yeah, I had good audio. I had good audio from that one.
Okay, I think, oh, I see the point. So because of the system audio stuff,
Yeah,
it's maybe echoing.
Yeah, it could be conflicting from that, yeah.
Got it.
So I have AirPods, so I think are you guys on
It's,
speakers or are you guys on AirPods?
yeah, I'm on speaker. That can also be one of the reasons.
Oh, okay. Right.
I
Yeah.
see. Okay.
But look, I like in the recording it should be okay.
Got it. So I think one thing it did miserably wrong was pronouncing the word Kyzon. It was like KYzon or something. So that was not good. But yeah, feel free to use the video and also share some feedbacks as well after looking at it more thoroughly after this meeting.
Hmm.
I hope you liked
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And
No,
it's
I think the
like,
video is great. Yeah, look, I think the video is great. So like just for like I guess to help me like revise the video, what should I do to get Poko voice to like correctly pronounce the word Kaizen?
yeah, so you have to just tell in the chat something like pronounce it KAIZON or something. Then it will do it.
Right. Okay, got
Just
it, got
write
it.
it
Okay.
like pronounce Sky Zone Solutions, like when you see a Google pronunciation, something like that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, right. Something like that. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yes.
No, okay, no, that's very interesting. That's very interesting. Look, I think it was a very good experience trying this product out live. I think it also look, I think it's really interesting for me to learn about what like other people are doing in the AI space, and this is definitely one of those interesting products because look, I think there are I think everyone's aware that there are other products available that does something similar to what you guys do. But for an average business owner like me, right? Like I don't exactly have a workflow currently existing that does this. So I think despite Poker Video having competitors, this seems to be a product that solves the problem. And if it solves my problem, I don't necessarily need to look for alternatives. It's kind of the way I see this type of product. Is that kind of a good reflection of how you guys see your business too?
I think can you like stop sharing the tab audio?
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah. I think that
Yeah,
might
yeah,
have. Okay, are we back? Are we back?
yeah, that's cool now.
Can you
So
hear me
can you like
again?
repeat once? Yeah.
Yeah, I
Can you
think the
like
screen
repeat
share
once
might
again?
have Yeah, I think the screen share might have taken my audio just then. Look,
Yeah.
I think from a first person user, I think that was very interesting. It actually like for me personally as a business owner, it's actually great to see like what other founders and what other AI companies are actually doing in the space. And I think website PDFs or like kind of brand assets to like video is quite an interesting concept. And it really does help improve the workflows if you don't already have a similar type of product in your stack. For me personally, we don't actually run a, I guess, website to video generation pipeline. So this is definitely an interesting product for us.
Yeah, so like I think you like asked like a question some before like uh, about workspace and automation thing like so it's like as you said earlier that you are gonna focus more on like marketing and automation, Facebook ads, Meta ads, etc. So it's like
Mm,
you will need like uh, videos and like images for A/B testing and all. So it's like posting
mm,
videos on Twitter and like if you're spending $100 on Facebook ads and like so you like spend $5 more to like get a video to like put on the ad and people see it like people like to see more visuals than like reading the stuff, you know. So it's
mm.
like something that we are focused on so people can generate good amount of videos in small budget. If you like go to on Fiverr, people are charging $50 and $60 for
Mm,
similar videos. So that's where
yeah.
we want to come in between.
Mm. Yeah, no, definitely. Look, I think it's definitely an interesting type of product for the like for businesses that don't already have an existing workflow for creating like videos and like visual content.
So James, I had one question. How old are you?
I am I am 27. I am 27.
Okay. Are you married?
No, I'm not married. No, no, no.
Not
I'm not married.
okay.
Are you
When
married,
do you have?
Kushal?
Sorry?
Are you married, Kushal? Are
No,
you
no,
married, Kushal?
no, no, no. I'm
How old are
26.
you?
I'm
Oh,
26.
you're 26. Oh,
Yes,
okay, cool. So we're all similar ages, effectively.
yes.
Yeah.
So I have
No, that's
plans to
crazy.
get married next year, hopefully.
Really? Oh my God, congratulations.
Let's see. I mean, plans not yet finalized.
Okay, that hey,
Let's see.
look, that's fair enough. Hey, that's fair enough. Look, like if you ever like if you do just like if you do end up getting married, let me know. I'll send a gift over your way. I'll send my best regards your way. Yeah.
Definitely. Thank you so much. I'll invite you to my wedding. I
Oh,
don't know
thank you,
what
thank you.
what
I'll
if my
definitely be
wedding
there.
happens in Australia? Nobody knows, right? What if
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
what if
We
Poko
have
is a
great
grand
beaches.
success? I earn lots of millions of dollars and then I just decide to get married in Australia in a good
Yeah.
farmhouse.
Look, I'm sure Poko would definitely be a success, and you could always choose to come to Australia. Australia will always welcome you with open arms. Our beaches and our climate is fantastic. Just choose Sydney over Melbourne.
Definitely.
That sounds good. So do you have any other questions, James?
Yeah. Look, I actually prepared two interesting questions for you guys. So there's probably this is one of my favorite questions that I heard from a podcast that I regularly listen to. It's called 20 VC. And this is the question that I is heavily inspired from Harry's line of reasoning, which is for both of you guys, Kushal and Sam, as founders, what motivates you guys more? Like the excitement of success or the fear of failure?
Do you want to go first, Sambhav? What is your opinion? I haven't
Yeah, yeah.
really known your opinion as well.
Yeah, by the way, what motivates me is like when people like DM me like this is like an awesome tool. You solved my like thousands of bugs. So that really motivates me to like build a tool more in a better way. And obviously the fear of failure is another part that I'm afraid of.
Right. So like if you were to lean on one side, right? So if you were to like if you were to think about it, like what gets you up each day? Is it like the fear of like failing like people's expectations or like your own expectations? Or is it like you're more motivated by the idea that hey, like tomorrow, like I can make Poco a bigger success?
It's like my own like fear of failure and motivation. So so that's why I started working like early in startups in from the college and all. I wanted to be like a young founder. That's what you can say. So that's what motivates me a lot to like build and build and build and to like go to that level on a little early age or maybe something like that.
Mm.
Okay, that's a good cool answer.
Cool.
So
What
yeah,
about
so
you,
as far
Kushal?
as so about me, like I have always been like building products. Technically, I don't have any fear of something because there have been like I've launched a lot of products which were just failures. I just built it pre-AI era as well. I was mostly
Mm-hmm.
into coding, building stuff, working with startups. So it's like it's a part of the game. Uh, when sales come, it really motivates all of us. Like even nobody would deny it, right? Everyone likes that product is growing, you are getting sales, you are getting feedbacks, somebody is pointing out bugs, you are checking it. But yeah, for me as a tech co-founder, something which motivates me is adding new features and not
Mm-hmm.
checking on sales too often, because people also say that a tech guy should in general not focus on sales, or else he will deviate from his path. uh, so if
Mm,
I would be myself into lots of sales, then I would deviate from my path. So that's why we have like domains. I mostly handle support, and sales
mm,
is Sambhav's area. Like I do not, I just check Sambhav gives me some detail that yeah, we did this much, and we're like, yeah, okay. So,
mm,
he also tells me, by the way, that hey, why let's focus on less features. Let's go a little slower than now. You also help me. We are just a four people team. I support him as well, but yeah, it's mostly in my blood to just build stuff and just think about that part of the pub
mm,
thing. So that's what keeps me motivated when a product is actually
mm,
running and used by people. So
mm.
yeah, that's the main thing. What about you, James? What is your? I'm
Yeah,
curious to know your answer to it.
yeah. Well, look, like it's always hard, like as a product person, to like have like to need to like I guess reduce features, right? Like it's yeah. Look, I understand. Like I'm a product person. I have ideas as well. So like yeah, look, I totally get that. Like for me, it is definitely the fear of failure, in the sense that like, look, I have like high expectations of what I can do, and like what I like. Look, I just have high like expectations and standards for like what I like put out and what I want to produce, right? So I think for me, it's like there's been a lot of people who have come in and out of Kaizen solutions, like Kaizen and solutions. So effectively, we've had a lot of people help us along the way building our business, right? And we first started when we had the idea of actually building in VR. So what you see today, Kaizen Space, originated from an idea that we were going to do it in VR. So we had a team building hardware and software, all like volunteering, right? Like, and effectively that kind of originated the company, right? So I think it's like we've had so many experts, so many people who graciously have given their time and support and knowledge to help us. So I think part of it is we also don't want to like, I guess, in a way, disappoint and kind of like make their efforts like futile by like putting out a bad product or just not being able to sustain our business. So I think for me, mostly it's just the fear of failure, like fear of like letting everyone's like expectations down.
So that keeps you motivated to yeah, just like run Kaizen because lots of people are dependent on it as well.
Yeah.
Right. The whole lives are dependent on it. I see the point. Yeah. This keeps you even more
Yeah.
motivated. I'm like very chill. So that's why I just don't care. I'm like, okay, it's happening, it's happening. The
Yeah.
things would run, things would fail. I've already lost a lot of
Mm.
money in my previous ventures as well. So when I was at that stage, I
Yeah.
remember like when I launched my own dating app, similar to Tinder
Mm.
and Bumble, uh, I had the same situation. Like it was my third venture, I guess. That was
Mm.
the previous two were all failures,
Mm.
and at that time I was super, like I have to get the funds. There were some people who invested as well. I mean, friends and family, not even external investors. So
Mm.
with
Mm.
external, you can still bear with them, but with friends and family, they are so-called friends and family, but at the end, they will just say
Yeah.
things behind your back and all those stuff.
Mm.
So that was definitely a very low point, and yeah, I had to struggle a lot. So
Mm.
yeah, that also like I think this point comes in everyone's life when they have to just make it work, right? True.
Yeah, look, it's tough taking friends and family money, man. Like it is very tough because look, it's like you obviously care about your friends and family and they care about you enough to like invest in your ideas, right? But like as the investment crowd, like as like the popular vernacular of like investment, it is your early money either comes from friends, family, yourself, or fools, right? So it's like literally like that idea, right? And I think it's always going to be your friends and family, the people that care about you most, that invest in you first, and it's always hard to like let them down, and no one ever wants to do that, right? So I think that's yeah, look,
Definitely.
completely understand, completely feel you on that one. Look, I think that moves on to like I guess my question about like AI specifically, considering you guys are in that space. So we've kind of all heard about the recent IPOs, right? SpaceX, Anthropic about to go out at they're targeting a $1 trillion valuation. SpaceX was targeting a 1.75, and they actually ended up peaking at like 2 point something $1 trillion, right? So what we're currently seeing is like global investment into AI is at all-time highs, literally $1 trillion valuations. But obviously, those valuations are projected for future growth and future cash flows. So I guess the question then becomes like from your perspectives is does token costs go down as like does token costs go down as companies kind of try to go meet these valuations and build out the supply chains, or does token costs end up going up because these AI model companies need to kind of match their projections for revenues, growth, and profits? So if you guys were a betting man to forecast the next 5, 10 years down the line, or even 3, 5, 10 years down the line, do you guys think token costs are going to go up or down?
According to me, like everyone can have views, but yeah, like in my opinion, token costs would not rise a lot. They should stay stagnant, or maybe they should just rise with inflation. That's the whole point.
Mm,
Because the competition is super high now, like we are seeing Chinese models which are just trying to gain everyone's attention. They are super, super, super cheap. Many countries are launching their own models. Everyone is training. So previously, like a year ago, or let's say 2 years ago, it was just like big tech companies, Facebook, Meta, Apple, not Apple, but yeah, OpenAI or Anthropic. They or yeah, so these or Google as well, right? So these are the
mm,
providers who were just launching their LLMs, and it was very hard. So by the way, in one of the interviews, even Sam Altman came to India in Delhi as well. Specifically, I went to that
mm.
event. So some
Oh.
investor asked him a question: How hard is it to become the next OpenAI? So his answer was like, it's very hard and nobody can do it. But there have been Chinese
Mm,
models and Chinese companies, and also these companies, research companies coming from all throughout the globe who are into building AI and infra. So I feel the
mm,
token cost would eventually not rise so much. It would be more or less similar only. The quality will definitely improve. There would be a lot and lot of competition. And just because the reason is because of their valuation is the usage would be very high. Like currently people are dependent on AI.
mm,
Like I cannot spend a day without AI. Like
mm.
I am a coder. I was always a coder, but now without cursor, I cannot spend a day. Like I will make cursor
Uh,
write my code and I will review it.
mm,
So I have to use cursor. Like I cannot write code with my bare hands now. So people are just getting used
mm,
to AI tools and AI softwares and just using their tokens. So I feel yeah, it's more about global adaptance of AI. It would be increasing a lot at every places, everywhere we'll see AI getting used. Token would be as it's like emerging as a new currency. But yeah, I don't see the costs getting too high in the near future because of
mm.
severe competition.
Oh, interesting. Sam, do you have the same perspective?
Yeah, I think I have the same perspective as well. Like, if we are improving the quality, the tokens will be reasonable. Like, if we are providing high-end animations and it gets increased by 50 cents, so it is like justified, right? So that's what I also think. Tokens won't be rising much. in future due to competition as well. So yeah, pretty much same.
Mm.
What
Yeah, that's
are
interesting.
your opinions, James?
Look, I actually don't have a like complete like opinion on this question yet, in the sense that I guess it's like, okay, the way I kind of see this is it's kind of a two-horse race with someone edging in for third, right? So like it's OpenAI and Anthropic, literally 1-2 in the market right now with model quality. And then your third player that is, I would say in a distant third, is currently Google. So Google with their Gemini models plus open source. So you have like Google with Gemini and then open source like DeepSeek, and then like all the Chinese like I guess providers, right? So they're all vying for third. So my question then becomes like the way we're thinking about it is as the models get better, so as OpenAI and as Anthropic increase their model quality, for example, like Fable 5 that came out recently and then got like gated behind closed doors for national security reasons, we also see that models are getting more efficient. So effectively, right, like even though they're like per $1 million, like per million tokens output costs are going up, these models are using less tokens to actually generate their outputs. So it is also an interesting kind of conversation where if these models are getting more efficient, then fundamentally, how do these model providers end up living up to or like, I guess, running into their valuations that they've kind of IPO'd at, right? So like SpaceX, Anthropic about to go out at like $1 trillion. These are all like projections for forward revenue and forward growth, right? But like if like growth remains stagnant or if like token costs are like stable, then in essence it means that we're kind of potentially in a bubble, right? Which is kind of both dangerous for players in this space, but is also kind of not a very cyclical economy, which is also a bit concerning. So look, if I was a betting man, I would say token costs would go down as supply chains build up. So as more data centers get built, I do, I would bet on token costs going down. But if token costs do go down, then Anthropic's, OpenAI's current valuations or projected valuations may seem a bit rich,
Got it.
which is also a bit
If I
concerning.
were an investor, I would just bet on it, Anthropic now, and then pull out all my money from Nasdaq when they go live, and then bet the same money on some Chinese models again, and just reiterate over it.
That's true. Yeah, no. Yeah, look, if I could get into a private round of Anthropic right now, I would also, I would also pull in money into it. Yeah, no, good point. Fair point, fair point. Yeah, look,
Got it.
look, final question, from like me is just out of curiosity, right? So this is more of a personal question, and this one of those standard questions, right? Is like, what is the end game, or like, where do you see Poco going in 5 and 10 years time, if all things go well? Like, where would you want to take Poco if all things go well?
Do you want to answer, Sambhav?
I think we Kushal already answered that. It's like we want to be the cursor of motion videos. So in 5 years, we see us as cursor like every tech guy use. So we want everyone to use Poco to like build videos. So that's what I think should be there in 5 or 10 years. What
Yeah,
about
like we
you?
want to be the next Cursor. Like Cursor is the best example for us right now.
Mm,
So we want to, like, we have a lot of inspiration from Cursor at the moment.
mm,
So just we want to become the next Cursor, that Poco is the next tool for everyone in their desktop, which people just use it to create videos, be it any kind, be it
mm.
YouTube videos or product ads or anything. Just build videos, schedule ads directly from Poco, do all sorts of stuff from Poco. Poco is your day-to-day video engine.
Mm.
It's
That's
like
what
Yeah.
we want.
video solution for
Mm.
Sorry?
people. It's like video solution for people.
Yes.
Yeah, so Poko becomes literally the one-stop tool that allows businesses to create video assets generally, right? So like you guys are starting off with like demos, walkthroughs, and I guess marketing videos, but eventually the idea is to expand to all types of video and graphic content.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
To be the
Nice.
design partners mostly.
Yeah, so like
Uh,
in essence, also to potentially like replace a Canva, for example, into the future could also be
yes,
something that. No, look, that's a great mission, and that's a great like long-term view. And look, I think it's after speaking to you guys, I think look, you guys are great people, and it's been like an absolute pleasure to have you guys on. And I'm really
I'm
keen
here as
to
well.
like continue using Poco and to seeing where like Poco video ends up being in like a couple of years time.
Definitely.
Yeah,
It was
thanks.
pretty nice talking to you as well, James. We got to know a lot of things. And also, I am like really happy to see a solution which does everything at one platform. And also, out of coincidence, I got to see Kyzon, which looks similar to the one which I built, which was Chiron. So, Kyzon is a pretty good name, and honestly, it's a great platform. So, till now, I haven't seen any disturbance. I mean, it's super cool as well. I mean, I also, when I am speaking right now, somebody speaking, I see some vertical lines in the corner
Mm.
here. So I think it's my audio. So this is
Yeah,
Yeah.
also pretty interesting. So you guys have like focused on very small things, like very minutely. So this is what makes a great product overall. Like people just make good products, they just sell. But yeah, it's the minor details which sells off, right? So that's really nice. Perfect.
Thank you. Look, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me.
Thank
It's
you.
been a pleasure. And look, for all the viewers who have stayed this far, any final words, Kushal and Sam, to send
Yeah,
everyone
just just use Kyzon for all your video meetings. It's a great platform.
off?
I want to advertise Kyzon, but James hasn't paid me anything. He has only bought $25 of subscription. So it's a $25 promotion for Kyzon. Please download and please subscribe to a $449 monthly plan of Kyzon. Or maybe just check out the deal on Kenmu. You will get it at a very great price and just buy the deal and just it's a very great platform. So yeah, I
yeah,
just
Th-
advertise for
th-
you, James. You should be thankful to me.
Thank you, Kushal, but I'm sure we'll end up cutting this segment out. But look, I appreciate everyone for stopping by. Thank you for hopping on, Kushal and Sam, and it's been a
Thank
pleasure meeting you guys. Good
thank
luck
you.
with
thanks.
your Poco
Thanks,
promotions.
James.
Thank you.
Yeah,
All the
thanks.
best.
Awesome.
Bye.